Hi, welcome back to Open Hand Farm. I'm Penny, and if you have never been here before, welcome. I am so glad you're here. Today, I am dealing with green tomatoes out of my garden. We had a freeze last night, so I went out Monday and picked all the green tomatoes, ended up with 30 pounds worth. So I'm making salsa verde. I started it yesterday, and then we got invited to dinner unexpectedly last night, so I kind of paused in the middle and now we're gonna finish. So let me show you what I've done so far. Yesterday, I grilled this pan of tomatoes, and underneath them are some roasted onions and garlic. So what I need to do now is break all of these up either by putting them in a blender or using my emulsion blender. Then I have the rest of them roasting in the oven. It's time to take those out. And after they cool a little bit, I will blend those up also. All right, this is looking pretty good. I've still got some chunks in there, but I'm going to cook this for a little bit, so it won't really matter. I will let them cook and get a little softer, and then I will blend them a little bit more. You'll see some red in there. I forgot to tell you that I also have peppers chopped up in the bottom of this pan, which we actually smoked on our smoker, and the smell is beautiful. Such a nice smoky smell. And I just thought that would give a really good taste to this along with the fire roasted tomatoes. All right, to the tomatoes, we're going to add 2.5 cups of distilled vinegar, 3 tablespoons of canning salt, and 1 tablespoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of cumin, and then 2.5 tablespoons of oregano. This oregano is out of my garden, and so it's kind of a little bit big still. I did smash it up with my fingers. I have a good friend that said, don't you dare buy a mortar and pestle because I'm going to get you one for your birthday next month. So I'll just use my fingers until then. Oh, this smells so good. You can see I still have some big tomatoes in there, but that's okay because this is going to go back on the stove and it's going to cook for 45 minutes to an hour. So it will infuse all of those wonderful flavors, soften the rest of the tomatoes, and I will blend it up again and make it even more smooth. Okay, it's cooked for 45 minutes, and I have to tell you that I found a note on the back of the recipe that said that I had added a few extra things. So I actually added an extra tablespoon of cumin, an extra tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, and another tablespoon of oregano. So it tastes much better. Let's see if we can get this all smooth. Okay, I think I got all the big tomatoes. I did want to let you know that these tomatoes were not de-seeded or peeled. We simply cut them in half and then cooked them. Just gonna run the spoon through and see if I pick up any big pieces of tomato. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna taste it. Okay, now I'm gonna go get my water bath canner, get that all ready, and we're gonna get this all canned up. The recipe says it makes 8 quarts. I'm feeling like it's gonna make more than that, but I might be wrong. So we'll see what we can get out of it. Okay, we're gonna fill the jars. We're gonna leave a 1-inch headspace. The recipe didn't really say how much to leave, so I'm just gonna be safe and leave 1 inch. And then we'll get them in the canner and give them a water bath. Okay, we have our jars filled. Now we're going to put our lids on I have wiped the rim of the lids with vinegar to make sure there's nothing that will hinder the lids from sticking. The lids have been in boiling water to soften the wax seal. We're gonna get all these on. These will not all fit in my canner, so I'm gonna have to can it in 2 rounds, but that's okay. No problem. I'm gonna go ahead and seal them all up. They don't have to can for very long, so they'll still be hot because they are extremely hot. All right, now we're gonna put our rings on. When we do that, we're just gonna finger tighten. And that will allow the air to come out that's in there so that it can seal well. All right, let's get them in the canner. We're just gonna get them in the canner, and then we'll make sure that they are covered with water by about 1 inch. I'm adding extra hot water to make it go at least 1 inch over the top of the jars, and then I will process them for 30 minutes. And there we go. 10 more quarts to go on my pantry shelves. And that makes me happy. Thanks so much for watching today. And if you're new here and you liked what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you're not new, you know the routine. Give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. I would love it if I could get there. Be sure and share with your friends too, if it's something you think they would enjoy. Until next time, blessings on you and yours.